Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. Attack him where he is unprepared, appear where you are not expected. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. Knowing the enemy enables you to take the offensive, knowing yourself enables you to stand on the defensive. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. He will win who prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy, do what is great while it is small. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear, then he will be amenable to your will. Disorder came from order, fear came from courage, weakness came from strength. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will everywhere be weak. But a kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without disaster. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong, and strike at what is weak. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy, so that he cannot fathom our real intent. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. Rouse him, and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself, so as to find out his vulnerable spots. One mark of a great soldier is that he fight on his own terms or fights not at all. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy, who is not will be victorious. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant.